what they're looking for because it was going on the premises of sex trafficking. They're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be underage.
Breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. Everybody that's ever adopted Sandra Bullock, I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So,
What they're looking for, because it was going on the premises of sex trafficking, they're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be underage was breaking news. Did he adopted a white child? I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. Everybody's ever adopt Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So, well, it looks like 50 Cent is showing no signs of letting go of Diddy anytime soon, because he is still holding on to Diddy by the jugular now. This time, he's spilling the tea on Diddy's adopted daughter, Ava Baron. Now, let's just say that the things he is saying are very scary, to say the least. Now, list up, because every time 50 Cent opens his mouth about Diddy, it's like uncovering a new layer of darkness. Each time, the story gets more jaw-dropping than the last, but his latest bombshell might just be the most shocking yet, plunging us into a world of intrigue and concern. He's spilling the tea on what really went down with Ava Baron Combs and how she vanished from the spotlight. Now remember, in 20,120, when Diddy proudly announced Oz adoption, just as suddenly as she appeared, she vanished. Now 50C is dropping hints that there is more to this tale, alleging Diddy's involvement in some unsavory business with AA was Homeland Security's raid linked to Ava. And has Hollywood been hiding Diddy's dark side all this time? And how on earth did 50 Cent get his hands on these shady tapes of Ava? And did he? And what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this and try to engage other men into sexual acts with him. All right, y'all, let's buckle up for this wild ride, because Diddy's drama just keeps getting more bizarre and uncomfortable. You know how several people have come forward accusing Diddy of some seriously shady stuff, and how Homeland Security even raided his homes over trafficking suspicions. Right, well, here's the curveball. What about Diddy's adopted white daughter? Oh, did you guys forget that he had one a couple of years ago? Did he announce out of the blue that he had adopted a white child, and then poof, she vanished from the spotlight? Seriously, it's like she never even existed. So while everybody's talking about the latest scandals, nobody's been asking about what's happened to Ava. And honestly, the whole thing gets weirder and weirder, and 50 Cent is here to break it. Get all the way down now. Back when this was announced, we didn't really think much of it. It was the pandemic, and we didn't really know what we know now about the things that are alleged on Diddy now. Sure, there were rumors floating around mostly about him being on the DL, but that's his personal business, and there's nothing illegal about that. At the time, he seemed like he was involved in consensual relationships with younger men, so again, no big deal, 'cause they seem to be young, but still of age. But with what we've heard about him now, it's enough to make anyone's hair stand on its head. Each new lawsuit against him reveals another unsettling side. Cassie's lawsuit painted him as a bad guy who mistreated her in every way imaginable. And then there's Little Raw, who claims Diddy not only is him, but also tried to pimp him out to other industry men, including Cuba Gooding Jr. But the real drama kicked off when Homeland Security raided his homes in Miami on suspicions of trafficking. That's when we knew things were seriously bad. But up until then, the lawsuits against them were just civil, no criminal charges. But once the feds got involved, it was clear something really, really bad was going down. The feds don't launch massive raids like that unless they've got some serious dirt. Well, anyways, after the raid, Diddy's lawyers came out to slam the feds and claimed that they were piling on Diddy and trying to cause drama. and ruin his public image, his lawyers said this unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs, and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. Then the federal officers replied to this and said, "We believe that there was a disturbing history of sex trafficking. We are responding to concrete, detailed, explicit allegations. This is not random. We didn't just choose his name out of a hat. We had allegations that we're following up on, so if the FED were acting on these allegations, you better believe this drama is far from over, and we're in for even more shocking revelations." Now hopefully we'll finally get some answers about what really happened to Diddy's adopted white daughter Ava Baron Combs. Now flashback to 20,120 when Diddy went live on Instagram to announce he had adopted a white girl named AA, introduce herself, and share that she had been adopted by him. It was a bizarre moment that left everybody scratching their heads. And now with all this unfolding, the mystery only deepens. My name is AA. I'm a Scorpio. No, what's your last name? Eva. What's your other last name? Eva Bond comes. Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents. That you're my child also, but please tell a story. So I was on the street. And then Papa decided that he would like to be a caring man, so then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids. Yeah, like a little bit like Suspect. I don't want nobody want to get I adopt you like Madonna adopt kids and everybody else adopt kids. Sharon, everybody's ever adopt. Sandra Bullock, I adopted you because I felt that you could, a mom enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So just clarify, because it's crazy out here online. So playing with the kids, I got permission from your mother and say all of that. It's crazy. Well, I met Jessiina when I was 6 months old, 6 months, and then she basically our sister, all four of us. I always come over, yes. And it's A and Cones, let's go. At the time, we thought Diddy was doing maybe a great thing, adopting a child during the pandemic when kids needed all the love they could get. But now people can't stop giving him the side eye for so many reasons. And the video just comes across very weird. But that's not the only big red flag. Diddy compared his adoption process to Mad, which raises even more eyebrows because Madonna's adoptions have had their own shady parts. According to reports, Madonna didn't adopt her black kids through entirely legal means. Last year, a charity organized called the Ethiopian World Federation accused her of human trafficking and sexually exploiting children. Allegedly, she tricked parents into letting her take their kids by promising them a great education in the U.S., only to adopt them instead. And it's interesting that Diddy would model his adoption alongside Madonna's, cause it's saying a lot. Fans are wondering why did he only had his sons in that video and not his daughters. Well, Ava mentioned wanting to play with Diddy's daughters, so where were they? His sons were taking the forefront, and let's not even get started on how uncomfortable AA looked in that video, trying to repeat whatever Diddy told her to say. Now people are now buzzing with theories about why AA looks so uncomfortable in the video. Maybe it was the vibe in the room. After all, did his sons have their own share of drama? Because Justin was named a Little Rod's lawsuit and Christian has his own legal issues. So no wonder the atmosphere might have been off. But the biggest eyebrow raiser practically vanished after that video. Sure, she was seen with Diddy's twins, Jesse and Delilah, a couple of times. But then it was like she fell off the face of the earth. No family photos, no videos, nothing. And considering Diddy made her call him Papa Combs, you think she'd be around much longer. But I guess she didn't make it into the family Bible now with all the recent scandalous allegations against Diddy trafficking and mistreating women. Fans are starting to wonder if something shady happened to Ava. The whole thing is turning into a real-life mystery. and people can't help but speculate what's going on behind the scenes. But this is where things get even juicier. Diddy's former bodyguard, Shunjil, stepped in and dropped some major tea. He claimed that Diddy not only threatened Dava badly, but also used her for clout. And then when he was done, according to Sean, Diddy's grand plan was to score some easy points by adopting a homeless girl he found on the streets during the pandemic, then pretending to love her like his own. Except it was all for show and not true. Jean also touched on the rumors about Diddy doing something shady to Ava. While he didn't spell it out directly, he definitely dropped some heavy hints, saying that everybody in the industry knows what Diddy's really like. Y'all talk about scalding tea. And what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this and trying to engage other men into sexual acts with him. It's a lot of stories this goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Ivy, nobody talking about Jimmy Ain. He got sexual charges and everything on him, but he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of Sen, is keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're going to